talking hi-hat kind of guy.
Okay. Apparently that's it.
Oh, looks like Anime Hero is leaving.
Oh! Bye-bye, anime!
Nice to see you for a little while.
Yeah! So, room you enter without leaving and a room you leave without entering. A room that you can't enter or leave would be a mushroom.
Yes, but... yeah, I can't think what that could be.
I don't know.
I used to know this too, but I'm blank.
Tombs and mausoleums?
A tomb.
A tomb you would enter without ever leaving.
Yeah.
But what do you leave without entering? A womb.
Yeah. A womb room?
A womb room.
Your perky demeanor and thorough technique are making you a first-class detective.
That's right. It's my perky demeanor. Oh, it is night now. It's evening-ish. Chapter 2.
Baku Raptor, I'm probably saying your name horribly wrong. I appreciate that you like my hat. There's no way in hell I'm doing Charleston.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm doing it now, you just can't see because the camera doesn't go low there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally doing it now too.
Wouldn't mind going to Brussels. Actually, I highly recommend visiting Brussels. It is really, really, really quite a nice and beautiful city.
It's very pretty.
It's a little odd. I keep saying this about Brussels. It's like they don't know what they want to be.
Yeah.
They're either, it's like they want to have like all this like stuff where they sort of appeal to tourists and bring outside money and show off certain things, and in other ways they like hide all their stuff and they're like, no, we don't want to show. It's really weird. Like you see all these awesome, amazing old buildings, no indication of what they are. No way to visit them or tour them or anything like that. It's like completely closed off. You're like, eh? Especially if you've just been to the UK, right? Where it's like, we have an old building, it is this. Here's the complete history of every building, every person that's ever walked into this building. We're going to tell you who they are and why they were important, and come in and visit and touch everything.
Random apartment building that someone else lives in and you can't visit it. But so-and-so was born here or visited a friend here once on this date in June of, 1928. And yeah, it's awesome.
And Brussels is like, you like this building?
Yeah. Well,
fuck off.
So do we. Go away. Yeah.
It's very, very, very sort of strange sort of duality there, but it was absolutely lovely.
Really friendly people and very, very pretty.
And the food.
A little harder to find vegetarian food, but when you do, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Very delicious.
And the French fries, which are fried in like beef fat.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god, it's so good. Alright, so at this point, I don't think there's anything to do outside the building, so we'll just walk in. Past the... Oh! It's Wolfgang.
Wolf Heimlich or something?
Wolf Heimlich,
It was
yes.
so bad.
There is a tall, imposing gentleman guarding the door. He appears to be wearing a German military uniform.
German military uniform? I did not see that coming.
Oh god, you actually went there. Terrible.
It's a little too early for Nazis.
Briarstone says, do you want to touch it? Too bad it's made of better than you.
Nice!
That's awesome.
I know many programming. The thing is, once you know more than say like 3 programming languages, you kind of know them all because it's just like slight syntax particularities or things. And you just have your reference, your guide open. You're like, what are the parameters to this function? And you just have it there because you can't have them memorized at that point. But you can sort of just program in all the things. Okay, let's touch them.
Please, Fräulein, we are barely knowing each other.
We're barely
Wait.
knowing each other.
Wait. Look at him again.
Please, Fräulein, we are
Isn't that the guy from the newspaper except with a hat? It's the bald guy from the newspaper.
I think maybe
A hat and a false mustache.
Yeah, kinda.
This affair is by invitation only, Fräulein. Your papers, please.
Your papers.
Your papers,
Oh.
please. Should we ask him questions first? I think so.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
yeah.
I have no time to talk, Fräulein.
I know
This is
nothing.
Security, you understand. I have much responsibility.
I know nothing. Alright. We're press.
Danke,
And
Fräulein.
frankly, I
I'll
did not
return
see this coming.
pass when
Oh,
you are
good.
leaving. Enjoy yourselves this evening.
He keeps it. I guess we don't need it anymore. Oh, that's right. Time matters. It's 7 o'clock now. We are on a schedule. When have you ever seen that in a game? Fallout 1. Not a lot of other things come to mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't play that many games, so.
I know nothing.
I actually decided to learn programming because of Quill's programming streams. Wow. Nice.
Wow.
We all scream for butter?
That's a big head.
No. It's an Egyptian, words. Thingy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a colossal bust of the pharaoh Ramses
A bust.
II,
That's what I was trying to say.
discovered at the Ramesses
And who doesn't like a colossal
temple
bust?
on the Nile's west bank, opposite present-day Luxor. The complete Ramses statue stood nearly 60 feet tall.
Seriously?
And weighed more than 1,000 tons.
Didn't we see a giant Ramses head somewhere?
Ramses was not this large in life, although many people
know.
have stated that
Maybe.
Ramses
Maybe.
had a big head.
England? At the British Museum, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, it almost had to have been.
I mean, it wasn't all goldy,
No.
but
Neatly stacked water glasses. Some are full, some are empty. As a wise man once said, even empty water glasses have their uses.
so then we should take one because it'll be useful.
Obviously.
You pick
the
it
game
up
just told
and
you,
place it in your
so.
purse.
No kidding.
You place everything in your purse. That's the way it
Water
goes.
receptacle.
Were you kidding when you said we should pick it up?
Yeah, but then she just puts it in her purse. Like,
She puts everything in her purse.
I hope it was empty.
Yeah.
The food and champagne look good, but you're trying to stay on a diet, so you make the wise decision to leave them alone.
I'm just gonna have another cookie.
Yeah, Baku Raptor, the British Museum is fantastic.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and free.
Yeah.
Like, this is like one of the greatest, like, fancy schmanciest museums in the world, and you just walk the fuck in.
It was great.
That's it.
So great.
It's incredible.
We did not have enough time to see even like half of it.
Yeah, we saw like
But-
one wing, one quarter of one
we
wing.
went to like the Egyptian section because I'd been wanting to see that for a long time, but we'll have to go back one day.
Buffet tables are heaped with food, champagne, and water. The buffet tables are heaped. This man looks like he's very low on moral fiber in his construction. His eyes dart around the room nervously.
Is it
as if
Ziggy?
He's expecting
so.
someone to jump on him. His bald head reflects the overhead lighting.
That's what you get after pillaging the world for 1,000 years. Yep.
Thanks, Toots. Catch me again.
He's so creepy. Yeah, see, guys, I liked the British Museum so much that I got a purse with the Rosetta Stone print all over it from the British Museum.
Maybe, or maybe not. What's it worth to you?
Well, I don't have any money right now.
Then I ain't got no rumors for you, Toots.
He's so creepy.
This is quite a party. Does a museum always have a big fundraiser when they open a new exhibit, Dr. Carter?
No, but they've never had such an important exhibit opening here before. And I'm an important curator with an important salary, so the museum wouldn't have been able to keep me employed here without financial assistance.
He has a very
You
important
must
accent
be
as well.
Very important for the museum to go to so much
It's very
trouble.
important.
Naturally.
Naturally.
I was lucky that I accepted this
Do you agree,
position
Gilbert?
as the head of their new Egyptian antiquities department. Why,
He did it.
my name alone will attract more visitors and more money to the museum.
I think this guy's offending Gilbert.
The Tutankhamun exhibit will make a stop here.
Did she just say
Tutankhamun?
Tutankhamun?
No. I'd hate to embarrass my
No.
relative by putting his Tutankhamun artifacts on display here. They pale by comparison to my own great discoveries, such as the dagger of Amun-Ra.
Of course. How silly of me to think otherwise.
Yes, that was rather silly of you.
Oh my god. This guy.
Bonjour, Miss Ball. Dr. Carrington told me you were covering this party for the newspaper. I'm Yvette Delacroix. That's right, Miss Delacroix.
Isn't she from Harry Potter?
In the social news column.
Yeah, there's somebody
What is
with
the
that
social
name.
news? I was
No, it's not
thinking
Yvette, though.
Not Yvette Delacroix, though.
Yeah,
From the
Rose
Baton Rouge.
Or, yeah, just Madame Delacroix, I guess, right?
The
Maybe.
newspaper would never assign a female cub reporter like myself to such an important story.
You're probably being correct, Miss Bo.
Dr. Igor over here.
Good evening, sir. My name is Laura Bow.
Igor? Is that his name?
I am Ramses Najia, Miss Bo.
Oh!
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
He's got a funny nasal voice too.
Yeah, and a little bit of a lisp. I'm sure he's not going to secretly turn out to be horribly, like, violent and evil.
None of these people will.
Good evening, Dr. Carrington.
Good evening, Miss Bo. Good evening.
That's it.
Well, on the bright side, he's not quite as wordy as Mr. Snooty over there.
Mm-hmm. Clearly we should ask him some questions, maybe about the burglary.
Probably, yeah.
What do you make of the theft of the dagger, Dr. Carrington?
Hot twist, we're the killer.
It's simply beastly. What is the world coming to when crepuscular ruffians can invade a museum like Visigoth?
Crepuscular?
Like-
Wow.
Do you have any idea who could have done such a thing?
Not at all. But if I did, I'd be tempted to teach the brute a
The
lesson.
Serene Doge, Gilbert II. Listen, Gilbert is clearly the first. Although I really should name someone in the game after Gilbert. Gilbert. Let's ask him about Egyptology. Clearly they're going to know something about that.
Egyptology is all quite the fashion now, Miss Bo. But it's been a serious science.
What's his
for many
accent?
years. I can recommend a number of fine
It's an
books.
Ava! And a sushi! Oh. Sorry, Salem.
She doesn't want to.
Well, you're already in it.
He already said it, so.
I can see you.
It's a Salem.
Can you see her?
You guys
Hi.
finally get to see the
Hi.
puppy.
Don't lick me in the face.
She loves Quill. Quill pretends not to like her, but she loves Quill.
Smile for the
Mwah.
camera.
It's
Smile for the
Salem.
camera.
Say hi, Salem. Say hi. She's like, what's going on down here? You're so cute. She's so confused. She's like, I don't know what I'm
Why am I
doing.
up in the air?
There you go. Now you get to see the puppy.
Puppies!
Now she's all excited. She got to do something fun.
It's not Gilbert, it's Gilbert's toy.
Yeah, it's Gilbert's daily sacrifice.
Yeah.
Gilbert seems to think so anyway.
Salem versus Gilbert begin. Well, Gilbert just wins.
Gilbert
In-
wins, yeah.
1926 to be
Gilbert's giving her the evil eye
Dr.
right now.
Carrington.
Why did she come down into my room?
I would, Miss Bo. Frightfully good.
And what is that, Doctor?
It's not often that one gets the opportunity to head up the most respected museum. in
Something
America,
broke.
Miss Bo.
Yeah. Is anybody injured? Okay.
Ask him about the water glass.
Why not?
What a frightfully dull subject. Water glasses indeed.
Dull subject.
I agree.
Have you asked him about the museum?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
The Lion Decker is simply fantastic, Miss Bo. This is the opportunity of a lifetime.
That's it?
He's very, very wordy.
I don't read the newspaper, Miss Bo. I find it eternally depressing.
Aw.
It's his accent. He's from somewhere in England.
I think it's just one of those, like, I'm a snooty, rich, upperclassman.
He's not that snooty though.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, in these settings,
Yeah.
at this time, in a museum like this, he's very
Oh.
rich. These sorts of people have that sort of pseudo-British, I just speak more eloquently than you do, sort of. I think that's what they're going for. I'm assuming
be.
based on the fact that the other guy has, like, a really more obvious British accent.
I guess.
I don't know, I could be
The
wrong.
fellow has quite an overinflated ego. He's got a legitimate reason for it, I suppose.
We'll be streaming for, I don't know, another hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
Well, that's me, young lady. Dr. Archibald Carrington III, at your service.
Yes, like a Frasier accent, exactly.
Miss Bo, I find it vaguely offensive that you would even think that I know anyone named Ziggy.
He's right there,
He's 4 feet
standing
from
in
you.
front of you.
Now there's a lady who truly supports the arts. A real patron, that old girl.
No, you're probably right. That is probably supposed to be an actually British accent. I'm just not sure. from where. I mean, you can't identify any of these accents for real.
Dr. Nicholas is one of the museum's most respected curators.
Salem's got stuff to say.
I really haven't had much interaction with Miss Delacroix. Well, of course, she is my assistant. So I guess I should correct myself and say that I do have interaction with her. But I don't know her very well, really.
Uh-huh.
Decorum, sir, decorum.
He's a real pest. A genuine go-getter, that fellow. He does a jolly good job of guarding the museum. Jolly good.
Except for, like, theft.
Yeah, aside from that. Okay, don't start with the spamming
Now,
random
there's
links
an
again,
intense
guys.
Personality. He doesn't look it, but there's something seething below the surface.
Someone's saying
Rightfully sure of it.
they think this guy's
In
from
any case, the
Lincolnshire.
fellow is a fine accountant.
He sounds like it's from a sure.
Oh, had to go make tea. Devil Maimer, did you make me any? I could go for tea. Of course, lately I can always go for tea.
Mr. Najir, would you have
Najir.
any idea who might have stolen the dagger of Amon Ra?
No, but whoever did should be boiled alive. He should be fed to hungry crocodiles. His gut
Okay.
should be thrown from the pyramids. He should...
Somebody's upset.
Excuse me. I get a little passionate on the subject.
Pathinate.
Quite all right, Mr.
Mhm.
Najir. I understand.
Scary. Just a
Uh-huh.
little bit.
Makes me want to stab people. Arr, arr, arr.
Are you an Egyptologist?
Okay, he's getting a little
Mr.
scary, too.
Najir?
No, not professionally. I have always been interested in the history of my country and made a point of studying it. I am particularly interested in ancient Egyptian religions.
Uh-huh. I bet you are.
Religion.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yes, we've definitely tried Earl Grey tea. It used to be one of your favorites, right?
Beautiful museum, Miss Bo.
And I've baked with Earl Grey tea.
The spoiling of my ancestors' tomb, much less the wanton display of their bodies and their personal effects.
Motive. I'm just saying.
They've all got motive, let's be honest. They're all a little creepy.
1,000 curses on that man. He defiles the tombs of my sacred ancestors for his own personal glory. He doesn't care a fig for what's right and what's
He's
wrong.
standing right next to you.
Evil deeds will catch up with him,
He's
though.
right there, dude.
Just wait and
Right
see.
there.
This guy's getting like more and more ragey as we go. Oops. Peoples.
Everyone we ask about, he
I have
hates
heard a
more than the
great
last.
deal about Mr. Carrington, but I do not know him very well. We have only spoken once or twice, but he seems like a cultured, charming fellow.
Alright, rage level's decreasing.
We actually have, oh, I never remember if it's twinnings or twinings, but we actually have some in our cupboard right now. Bashi? Bashi Boyash?
The Countess is quite a colorful lady. She
Tea.
seems to enjoy life to the fullest, does she not? Just between you and
I haven't
me,
met her yet.
she scares me a little.
Just scares me.
What is that, Mr. Najir?
What is that?
Well, she's just too enthusiastic for me, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Olympia's gonna be scary.
Dr. Miklos is a brilliant individual, but she is certainly a little strange. Oh well, we all have our foibles, don't we, Miss Bowen?
I don't have any foibles at all, and you can't prove it.
Miss Yvette is a charming young lady, and so friendly. She seems genuinely interested in Egyptology. We had a long discussion about tombs one time.
Keeps pausing as if he's like putting quotes around things.
I know.
We had a long discussion about tombs.
Yeah, well, I think there's probably a lot of obfuscating of what he really means in there.
Obfuscating of what he means
Yes,
in there.
Exactly. Ooh, tea mana, Yorkshire tea. Yeah, we have all of those here
To be more
in our cupboard.
intimidating. He seems to enjoy looming over people.
Looming.
I like a good loom from time to time.
Yeah, loom's good.
Let's quiz her. I mean, I don't know how important it is to get all this information out of these people, but certainly the burglary.
Well,
It is
yeah.
terrible to think someone could break into this museum and steal something so valuable. Monsieur Heimlich, he's all broken up about it.
They all have
although he
information
doesn't
about
show
everybody
it.
else, though. I mean, to
How
some
did
extent.
Dr. Carrington react to the burglary?
Dr. Carrington is a very dignified man. There is not much you can learn from his face. He seems to have taken the burglary very well, although he was angry with Wolf about the poor security.
Do you have any idea who might have stolen the dagger?
There are many suspicious people here tonight who could have done it. The Countess, for example, or the little man Ziggy.
The little
They have
man.
Wolf, you understand?
How do you two pronounce scone? I say scone, usually, because that's how most
You
of the
should
Brits
ask
I know
Dr.
say it, but...
Nichols or Dr. Smith about that.
I mean, even Brits disagree, right? Depending on where they're from.
Yeah.
Also, what do you call a sort of roundish bread object?
Oh no, there we go.
That's the real question.
It's a bat. Deal with it.
Actually, I just want to quiz people about the burglary.
You must be very upset about the burglary.
Quite so.
Quite
If I ever
so.
find out who stole my dagger of Amun-Ra, they won't live to regret it, I can assure you.
Oh my.
You really want to be saying that right now?
Do you have any idea who would do such a thing?
I have my suspicions, but I need more proof before I subject him to the full force of my wrath.
Have the police learned anything?
Those incompetents, hardly. They couldn't even find any clues around the dagger display.
Sounds like the burglar might have been a professional.
Perhaps. It's more likely the local constable couldn't find a clue if it jumped up and bit him on the bum.
Now, see, now they're talking about like cookies and muffins and biscuits and
Biscuit.
cookie. It's not a biscuit unless it's been cooked twice.
You already asked me that, you
Oh.
silly female.
Ava! Gilbert did not bite you. He's been down here on the couch the whole time. You lie.
Gilbert bit me, and it really hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Since you're an expert on the subject, what can you tell me about Egyptology?
I don't have time to explain the intricacies of my profession to a neophyte. If you're truly interested, I'd suggest several years of difficult study on the subject at one of your better universities. Once you've finished that, you can talk to me again.
Wow.
He just does not have time for us. We are just too naive for this
Clearly.
brilliant man.
I know the dagger was heisted. I might even know who done it. But I ain't talking.
If you know, why won't you go to the police?
All I got is a suspicion. I got nothing hard. Besides, what have the cops done for me lately?
This is in
Probably
the
arrested you.
interests of justice. Who are you trying to protect?
I'm trying to protect me. Now flip.
He sounds like the Grand Nagus. Right? You guys?
I know that from somewhere.
From Deep Space Nine.
Ha,
He's like the
ha.
Ferengi leader.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen to this guy again.
He kinda does.
Totally Grand Nagus.
Tell
Could
me
be the
about
same guy.
Egyptology.
We talked about that before, remember? I told you the crazy Egyptian riddle that Ramses guys passed along.
You didn't tell us the answer, you just told us the riddle.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out the answer. It'll probably be important later.
I don't know. Or maybe we can like use it to ask them the question. Kind of like, what have I got in my pockets?
Right, maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna go snoop around the museum.
It's the Mexican rat from King's Quest.
Ah,
The stoolie here, yeah.
Ren and Stimpy, yeah.
Wait, this is gonna be easier if I do it this way.
Oh, the guy with the fez.
Well, yeah, he had to show up at some point.
You must be Dr. Patar Sheptut Smith. Nice gold ankh you're wearing. This is quite a party, isn't it?
I find it distasteful to celebrate thievery in the name of science. The artifacts in this museum's Egyptian collection do not belong here. They belong in Egypt.
That's probably true.
That's only your opinion.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It is the truth. And the thieves who rob Egypt of its ancient treasures will find death waiting for them. Amon-Ra will have his revenge.
I see. Well, nice weather we're having.
Can I ask him? Let's ask him questions. The burglary. Ask him about the burglary.
Have you heard anything about the burglary?
No.
Oh, Epimer,
Do you have
thank
any
you for the
idea who
donation.
would want to steal the dagger of Amon-Ra?
It has already been stolen once from Egypt.
Hope you had a
I
good
can
birthday.
see
Good
I
night.
won't get anywhere with you on this topic.
Yeah, some things are opinion and some are fact, and I hate when people hide behind the opinion thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well.
Since you're an expert on the subject, what can you tell me about Egyptology?
The study of ancient Egyptian history
The
is of the
study
greatest
of...
significance. Many of our modern religious customs originated in the ancient
Do I like butter or hummus?
time of the great pharaohs
Yes.
and of the great Egyptian gods.
What is
was
this
the peak
or?
of human civilization.
Well, I always look at it as an inclusive or because I'm a programmer, right?
Right,
Was a
yes.
form of glory.
So, yes.
When compared to the pinnacle of
I like hummus and butter, in fact.
reached by the ancient Egyptians, they knew the truth, and the truth was Amon-Ra. He led Egypt to world domination.
Aren't you exaggerating
Egypt
just a
didn't rule the
teensy
world.
bit?
I would not expect you to understand. You are not an Egyptian.
They
You
rule-
are a woman.
They ruled a good
What's that
portion of
supposed to
things for a
mean?
little while.
I grew tired of this topic. Speak of something else if you wish to continue our conversation.
Everyone here, now settle down. This is for charity. Charity.
Wait, this guy's being a jerk ass.
Children watching.
Being a jerk ass. Oops.
Yeah, pretty much everybody in this room is kind of snooty.
A severe, conservative, middle-aged woman with an intelligent look in her eye.
Severe.
Poker.
Is there something you wanted, Miss Ball? Good evening, Dr. Makeloves.
Oh, good evening, Miss Ball.
How do you know who I am?
Because you're the reporter that's at the museum for this event. Word's gotten around.
Do you have any idea who would want to steal the dagger of Amon-Ra?
Amon-Ra?
Very
So
funny.
can't say it.
Everybody, silly girl. It's a priceless artifact. Not only that, but it is said that the blade is an unknown alloy that can slice through bone like butter.
She sounds way too excited about that.
I suppose that was a
See?
silly question after all. Let me rephrase that. Do you know of anyone with any particular motive?
Well, Tut Smith and Ramses Najir both wanted it very badly to return it to their homeland. But they are both so upset, it hardly seems possible that they could have done it. Then again, perhaps they are just fine actors.
I love how every single person is so over the top and so suspicious.
You're an expert in Egyptology, aren't you, Dr. Makeloves?
Well, yes, I suppose I am. I have been fascinated with the ancient Egyptians since I was a tiny girl. They loved
That big.
death, like you Americans love baseball.
They love death like Americans love baseball. Alright then. Who are you?
I think somebody in this conversation likes death a little bit, but I don't know if it's the Egyptians.
Oh, it's a detective.
Just fine, lassie. You're looking lovely.
Yeah, remember him in the back room?
Yeah, with the hair and the...
Yeah.
Any more leads on the
It
burglary?
is better to know. You ask.
Come on, get out of the way. Oops.
If you ask me, Missy, they're blowing the whole thing out of proportion. Begorra, you'd think that something important had been stolen.
You don't consider a priceless Egyptian artifact to be important?
Haven't we had this discussion with him before?
Listen, girlie, if I chase down every petty theft that occurred within the nasty